Play. I wanna play. Oh, hi. You wanna play? Domino wants you to play. But, hey, Domino. So yeah, you'll notice I didn't put a who would win up yesterday. I wasn't feeling good yesterday. I've been having some chest issues. I'm actually a lot better today. I've just been having some minor issues going on. I feel good. So I figured I got the weekend off. I'll just do them both tomorrow. So, or doing them both today, as it were. So it's Saturday. We're going to do that. And this one comes to us from Corey Jackson. Long time, one of my first subscribers. Really, thank you, Corey. I don't know if you were one of my firsts. A guy never forgets his first. But you were definitely one of the early ones who started giving me suggestions. So thank you for that. And you asked the question, who would win the fight? Master Xehanort from the Kingdom Hearts game series versus the Grand Inquisitor from Star Wars Rebels, I believe. Now, I'm going to tell you pretty quick, once I get through Xehanort descriptions, who's going to win this fight. Because I did another fight with Xehanort versus another Star Wars character who, spoilers, was a lot stronger than the Grand Inquisitor. But we'll get to that when we get to that. So, Xehanort is a man easily in his 50s, maybe even in his 60s. Did they give an actual age for this guy? He's definitely an older gentleman, probably in his 50s or 60s, maybe even older. But he's still in very good shape. I mean, he's still got abilities, things along those lines. And why did you? There we go. Sorry, I've got the site up right now. Personality, he's pretty. He's got a lot of malice. But he's also calm and collected when he needs to be. Not really one to lose his cool if he can help it. Come on. Up we go. Give me, jeez. Yeah, that's personality. I need his abilities. I had it up and then I had to double check. There we go. He's an extremely skilled Keyblade master, which the keys are magical swords. So someone made an argument that a lightsaber wouldn't necessarily cut right through it, and that was with the other fight. And they might be right. Maybe a lightsaber wouldn't immediately cut through it. Yes, hi, David. Did you know that you're on the camera right now? See, why aren't you paying attention to me? Because I gotta do stuff. And whenever you talk, I gotta interrupt because you're not paying attention to me. That's the way that's the way she thinks too. It's like I hear you talking, but you're not with me. Therefore, I need to be a part of this. Anyway, so yes, he's still a skilled Keyblade master, which means he's a skilled swordsman. He's able to teleport if he's in danger, which means he can just teleport in general. I don't know if that's a kind of like Darwin from the X-Men. I teleported because I couldn't figure out a way to get out of the situation, and basically I just teleported to save myself. Or if he can just teleport like in battle and like be that way towards opponents. His strikes at opponent with powerful, fast-paced combos. He can bombard foes with thunder, blizzard, and earth-based magic. His magic skills are the most advanced seen in the series so far, able to create a massive rock formations and pillars. In case Ventus' body, nice, project a gust that would powerful enough to send Ventus and Mickey flying from his hand. Block Bragg's arrow gun shots without raising his arm. Okay, telekinetically controls the Keyblades, covering the Keyblade graveyard. He also possesses physical strength sufficient enough to grab a fully armored Ventus by the back and the head and lift him in the air with one hand, crushing the helmet. So, yeah, the dude's pretty powerful. I'm going to say that right now. The dude is pretty powerful. But Xehanort has showed a great deal of skill utilizing the heart and its capabilities, able to create a living being, Vantius, who I believe I've actually used on the channel before, and who would win. Out of darkness, Vantius' heart, which unlocks and able to direct his heart into Terra's body. So that's kind of fucked up manipulation. Once he becomes the young man known as Xehanort through the possession of Terra's body, he proves the stronger of the two hearts residing within him, repeatedly overpowering Terra's influence over his body. But we're not going to be using him as, possessing someone, because that's not fair. Because Inquisitor doesn't have any sort of ability like that. He also has combat abilities. We're not getting that. His greatest asset, however, is his intelligence and skills of manipulation. For over 11 years, his master plan has been going about, resulting in, among other things, the founding of an organization that's 13, and recoup possession of his secret darkness. His weapon he wields a pretty cool looking Keyblade, actually. Is able to wield a Keyblade weapon. Is able to wield his Keyblade with great skill despite his age. Enough of his strength has remained over the years that he's able to use it fast combos. Battle pose similar to that of both Vetius and Riku. When he possesses Terra's body, we're not using that. So yes, I remember using him initially in the other fight I had him in. He was a powerful combatant, though I believe the other guy won. I believe I gave it to the other guy. Spoilers, at least the majority fight. But against the Inquisitor, see, the Inquisitor is like any guy who's probably like using a lightsaber or aligned with a dark side. He's a dark side force user. So he can do force pushes. He can do some mental infiltration, but compared to some higher up force users like Vader, he's not a Vader. He's not a Vader kind of character. He's definitely not the Emperor. And really, if you were to go up against even a competent honestly, if you were to go up even against like Padawan Obi-Wan from Phantom Menace, he would very likely lose. And we gave her a bath. Sorry, we gave her a bath and make sure I'm not smelling stuff. I think you just want some attention. I think that's what it is. You just want some attention. Yes, I'm giving you. I'm multitasking. I am scratching the dog's belly and I am doing a video. I am amazing. Anyway, so yeah, you put him up against anyone who's actually really competent, he'd probably lose the fight. But because he was going up against Ezra and Kanan, it was Kanan, right? I didn't actually watch the series. Ezra and Kanan. Ezra being basically the complete newbie and Kanan only having some moderate experience. He was able... Kanan eventually did overpower him because Kanan did eventually become more powerful and competent as the series went on. And so in their final confrontation, he did beat them. Then he got his ass kicked by Vader. Which just showed the difference of level. Yeah, so the Inquisitor he's a capable Force user, no doubt, but he's also not unbeatable by any stretch of the means. So, I mean, force pushes, mental manipulation, and of course he has a lightsaber. Now, his lightsaber is a unique lightsaber in the world of Star Wars. Inquisitors have a lightsaber that pretty much is a standard single blade initially. It has a crossguard that almost makes it look like a rapier. But then it has a second blade that, and get that flag. It has a second blade on the end, and then it turns into basically a spinning wheel. And using the Force, you can basically make a spinning buzzsaw of a blade and use that to whatever effect. And the Inquisitors, for what it's worth, because that was the weapon they were trained with, could use it pretty effectively. And a weapon like that would be very cumbersome, even though lightsabers have like almost no mass, which makes them even more dangerous to use by non-Force users. So it would make it a very unique weapon to use and a very dangerous weapon to use, but also a very dangerous weapon to go up against. Kind of like how Grievous was doing the whole spinny wrist thing against Obi-Wan. But frankly, I even watched a video where a real sword master was reviewing Star Wars blade fights, and he even said that first that fight was terrible. But if he had 4 arms that could do that, yeah, that'd be a pretty effective way to do that. You joke, girl. So yes, and personality-wise, he was arrogant, but he also knew how to play mind games, so there's that. So in this fight, let's assume that the Empire has come down into, let's say Kingdom Hearts just takes place on a completely separate planet, which, to be fair, it probably does. And then they go down, and the Inquisitor is doing his bit, and then Xehanort's like, you're interrupting my plans, and a fight breaks out. So initially, they might try to square off intellectually with each other. Very quickly, that's not going to go anywhere, and Xehanort will probably throw the first strike, draw his Keyblade, and throw some thunder at the Inquisitor. Inquisitor will get out of the way, and then comes in with his blade, ignites his lightsaber, and even Xehanort will be like, "That's an interesting weapon. Well, let's see how you play." And they would cross swords for a little bit. Now, if the blade even is capable of being cut, the Keyblade is capable of being cut by a lightsaber, I would say that it wouldn't be like just, I'm going to cut through your blade. It would be kind of like something akin to maybe like Mandalorian, because it is a magical blade. Something maybe akin to something more like Durasteel or Mandalorian armor, which is either lightsaber resistant or lightsaber proof. So maybe like enough contact and exposure, like if they cross blades and or in a blade lock, enough contact and exposure would start to heat up the blade and probably melt the blade. However, ultimately, and she's just lying to her on their arm. She's like, I want Uncle Brent to be here and pet me and love me. I need to be in physical contact with Brent. You baby. So yeah, and I think Xehanort's a smart guy, so he would immediately realize that in a blade lock, he'll immediately see the blade starting to get his blade starting to give. Actually, no, he'd be seeing the lightsaber blade start to give towards him as he would see his keyblade starting to melt, and he would immediately break contact. He would quickly realize he can't be in a blade lock. The blades can't lock, otherwise his blade would be destroyed. So now he'll start to resort more to magic and manipulation tactics. However, he just being farther away will not save him, because then he'll feel himself being pulled back. Like, what? And then he realizes he's using some form of telekinesis, pulling back, and is about to slice the saber, but he stops himself with he saves himself with teleportation, just whoop, then starts firing some blizzard and earth magic at him. So the question is, can the Inquisitor use what force abilities he does have to overpower Xehanort and then basically get a lethal kill in, or a killing blow in? Unfortunately, no. And the reason for this is spoilers. Yeah, I had put him up. I got requested that Xehanort got put up against Palpatine initially. And Palpatine just had abilities that would allow to counter anything that Xehanort, at least I felt, Xehanort basically had in terms of abilities, in terms of his pure raw skills as a swordsman. Also, I think was just superior in that as well. But frankly, the Inquisitor does not have that. Now, what he does at least have, again, as something to what's the word I'm looking for? Not counter, but throw off. That's the term I was looking for. To throw Xehanort off balance is the fact his lightsaber is unique. In activating the Force with it, he can basically go and then just. So if at any point like he's getting boxed in, he can't cut through everything. He can just do this. Basically hold it over his head and start spinning, start just buzzsawing through everything. Let's say he gets encased into him like rock or ice or something like that, and Xehanort thinks he's won. All of a sudden he sees the blade just buzzsaw through there. He just accelerates with the Force, and he sees this weapon now. It would look, basically, depending on how fast the blade's going, it would look like this just giant red hollowed out circle coming at him of red energy. And Xehanort would immediately have to get the fuck out of there, otherwise he will be cut in half. So, and, he's now using this as a weapon. And this would be a weapon that he wouldn't have an immediate counter for. So in a straight fight, Xehanort's now going to be on the back end. So Xehanort's just doing as best he can, using earth magic, maybe ice magic, thunder magic. Unfortunately, a lightsaber and an experienced enough Force user, which I think the Grand Inquisitors would at least kind of be, can just absorb Force lightning, and it's lightning magic, which they're not the same, but there is a similar principle to them. So the lightsaber honestly can absorb the lightning magic. It can cut through the ice and earth magic. So unless he can basically freeze up or get that blade out of his hand or destroy that blade, Xehanort's going to be having a problem here now. So, and then the Inquisitor then, pushed him with telekinesis, but he pushes him back with telekinesis, so they get pushed back each other. They charge again. He's got the spinning blade getting ready, and right as it's about to come down, I imagine Xehanort just suddenly just uses earth magic. If you remember, what was it, Avatar? There was a scene where I believe Aang basically, it was at the end of the fight with the Fire Lord, where the Fire Lord tries to throw a punch, and Aang just uses the earth to basically grab his arm. That's, I think, what Xehanort would probably do. Just he brings his arm down, and then all of a sudden grabs his arm, just poof, like holds it up, and his blade falls out of his hand, tries to use the Force, but Xehanort just slashes the handle in half, and at that point, the Inquisitors are screwed. So then Xehanort just delivers the final blow and kills the Inquisitor. Ultimately, yeah, I think Xehanort's going to win this, because unlike with Palpatine, the Inquisitor is a competent Force user, but not a Force user that could take on an individual who has that much capability. Because Xehanort's got a lot of experience, it's a lot of power for a guy his age, and he has a lot of just overall abilities that he can utilize. So ultimately, yeah, I think Xehanort's going to win this. Now, there is a scenario where I think the Inquisitor can win. It would have to be because both these guys are arrogant, and both these guys would probably like to be like show off their opponents, like, oh, now you think you could win, but you can't, and now the finishing blow, that kind of thing. Basically braggers. And I think if, say, he got him trapped in some ice blocker, it's like, you can't do a damn thing now, and then he blocks or brags, I imagine Inquisitor could click on the function of his lightsaber, completely take him by surprise, and basically knock the keyblade out of his hand and just basically cut him in two. I think that's very possible, particularly because you're dealing, again, with a Force user. But compared to, like, the Palpatine versus the Xehanort fight, this is very much, I feel, in Xehanort's favor. I'm going to go 90% of the time I think Xehanort's going to win. But I think there's a 10% chance where the Inquisitor wins. But what do you think? Do you think the Inquisitor could actually just flat out beat the Xehanort? You think if Xehanort completely owns the Inquisitor? Think it's closer or farther than I made it? Let me know in the comments below. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, who wants to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll get to a review of it at some point. My thing now. I do that. And if you have an idea for a video, Star Wars, superhero, magic, what if, who would win, anything I do on this channel, put it in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to that at some point. But thank you for watching. I'll be back in a little bit with my next who will win. PAX West is going on, so they'll have their magic panel. Apparently, it's not going to be live streamed. I don't know if they're even going to be recording it. I hope they record it because I love watching those things. Hell, when I'm done here, I might just rewatch one of the old ones for entertainment purposes. But ultimately, yeah. There will be information brought out from that. I hope they'll actually show the panel. But if not, I'll at least be able to talk about and encourage the show. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy, and I'll see you later.